In the Quran it was said, "Say, He is Allah, the One." 112:1. This verse encapsulates the Islamic concept of Tawhid, or the oneness of God. In Islam, this oneness is not merely a numerical value, it's a philosophical and spiritual truth. God is not part of a trinity nor a pantheon. He stands singular, unique, and unchallenged. The phrase, "There is no God but Allah," underscores this belief, emphasizing that Allah is the only deity worthy of worship. He is self-sustaining and eternal, a deity without beginning or end, independent of all needs and wants. He is not born, nor does he give birth. His existence is beyond the confines of time and space. This belief in Allah's oneness is not just a cornerstone of Islam, but its very foundation. It's the bedrock upon which all other Islamic beliefs and practices rest. Understanding this singular divinity is crucial to understanding Islam and its teachings. Now, consider how this view of God contrasts with other religious perspectives. Let's first journey to Christianity. The Christian belief system, particularly in its mainstream forms, embraces the concept of the Holy Trinity. This doctrine posits that God exists as three persons: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Each person is God, yet there is only one God. This understanding of a triune God is quite different from the Islamic concept of Tawhid, which asserts a singular, indivisible God. Next stop, Hinduism. This ancient religion is often perceived as polytheistic due to its pantheon of deities. However, it's a bit more complex than that. Many Hindus see the multitude of gods and goddesses as different aspects of the same divine reality, Brahman. This viewpoint, while sharing the notion of a single divine reality with Islam, differs in its representation and approach to the divine. Our final stop is Buddhism, a religion often considered non-theistic. Instead of a creator god, Buddhism emphasizes the path to enlightenment, achieved through moral conduct, meditation, and wisdom. The Buddha is not seen as a god, but an enlightened being. This focus on personal enlightenment rather than a divine creator contrasts sharply with the Islamic belief in the oneness of God. In Islam, there is no ambiguity about the nature of God. He is one, solely one, without any partners or divisions. This uncompromising monotheism sets Islam apart from Christianity's Trinitarian concept, Hinduism's multifaceted approach to the divine, and Buddhism's non-theistic perspective. The Islamic concept of God's oneness, or Tawhid, is not just about the numerical singularity of God. It is a deep-seated conviction about the unity of God's essence, attributes, and actions. This belief in the absolute oneness of God, without any form of multiplicity or division, is a cornerstone of the Islamic faith. Thus, the Islamic concept of God's oneness presents a different understanding of divinity. Now, ponder about Tawhid and its significance in your life. Imagine a reality where there is only one source of everything, a single omnipotent entity responsible for all that exists, all that has existed, and all that will ever exist. This is the essence of Tawhid, the oneness of God in Islam. It's a concept that profoundly shapes the worldview of those who embrace it, influencing their thoughts, actions, and experiences in powerful ways. Consider for a moment how this belief might alter your perception of the world around you. If everything comes from one source, then every person, every creature, every blade of grass is a reflection of that singular entity. We are all interconnected, all part of the same divine creation. This understanding can foster a profound sense of unity and compassion, encouraging us to treat others with kindness and respect. Now think about how Tawhid might guide your actions. If there is only one God, then all our deeds are seen and known by that God. There's no room for deceit or dishonesty. Instead, we're led to live with integrity, knowing that our actions reflect not just on ourselves, but on the divine source from which we come. But Tawhid isn't just about how we see the world or how we act. It's also about finding meaning and fulfillment in our lives. If we truly understand and accept the oneness of God, we can find comfort in knowing we're part of something larger than ourselves. We're not alone in the universe, but intimately connected to an all-encompassing divine presence. Finally, reflection on Tawhid can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves. By recognizing our place within the divine whole, we can better understand our own worth and potential. We're not insignificant specks in the universe, but integral parts of a divine masterpiece. Contemplation on Tawhid invites us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Each of us, in our own way, is a unique expression of the divine oneness, and that in itself is a profoundly beautiful thought. In conclusion, the Islamic concept of God's oneness is a unique and profound belief. It's a perspective that resonates with a deep-seated human yearning for unity and coherence in our understanding of the world. We've journeyed through the landscape of Tawhid, exploring its significance and its unique position within the Islamic faith. We've delved into the heart of Tawhid, where we found the absolute unity of God, a concept that sets Islam apart from many other religious traditions. Remember, this isn't merely about monotheism, as in the belief in one God. Rather, it's about the unassailable oneness of that God, unique, indivisible, and independent of all creation. We've also contrasted this with the beliefs of other religions, highlighting the distinctiveness of Tawhid. While many faiths advocate for the existence of a supreme being, the Islamic conception of God's oneness transcends anthropomorphic limitations, embodying a divine essence that is beyond our human comprehension. In our reflections, we pondered on the implications of Tawhid for our lives. It's not just a theological principle to be stored away in the recesses of our mind. Instead, it's a living truth that should permeate our everyday actions, guiding our interactions with others and shaping our understanding of our place in the cosmos. As we draw this discourse to a close, I encourage you to continue delving into this concept and other aspects of Islam. Tawhid is a vast and deep ocean, and we've merely skimmed its surface. There's so much more to discover, so many more layers to unravel. So, let this be the beginning of your exploration, not the end. And as you journey, may you find that the understanding of Tawhid enriches your spiritual journey, instilling in you a sense of awe and reverence for the singular divine force that pervades our universe.